Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to M&M Model Railways YouTube channel. I'm Michael, for those of you that haven't met me yet, and my wife, Michelle. You've seen her in previous videos, and you'll be seeing her in some upcoming videos. My friends, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing some pictures with you on the gas station that we're putting on our model train layout. And if you've watched the last surprise unpackaging video, you seen that the gas station was purchased and what it looked like on the layout. So let me put a picture on the screen right now, and you can see that it shows the back of the white car there, and you can see that there's a garage there, and there's also two sets of pumps. You can see that right there. In this next picture, my friends, you're seeing a side view of that picture as it's looking into the gas station area. So my friends, I've made some modifications to this, and I want to put it on a place on my layout that is a little higher on the side of a hill. So let's go into the other room where the layout is, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing it on a video, this video. So if you'd like to see how I do it, please keep watching. Then my friends, this is where the gas station is going to be set at. And sorry I'm cutting off the top of my head, but I basically want you to see what's going on here. So what I've made is this has a light in it. And you can see an up close version of that. So there's the face of it. So what I've done, my friends, is I've made a foundation and put a little hole in it so I can run the wire through there, and it'll sit on the layout like this. So what I've done is I've created a sidewalk. As you can tell on that side, there's a couple of bathrooms doors, his and hers. And then I've created a front sidewalk, as you can see in there. Hopefully you can see that. So the garage door has a little slope to the foundation that I made. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So you can see that little slope. That's a driveway slope right there that I cut through. And then there's a little slope right here. That's a handicap accessibility to go into the store. And then I also put a little handicap slope right there, so a handicap accessibility could get into the chair, into the bathroom. So I'm going to be gluing that on there, okay? And then I'll be guiding that hole down through there. So another thing that I've done is I've created a parking lot out of the same thickness of material. So there's two pieces to it. And as you can tell, I've drew out the pattern of the foundation of the building, and there's the hole for that. So there's two pieces that will angle it sitting in this corner here. And what I've done, I'll zoom in a little bit here for you, is I've put down like some spacers, I guess you would call that. So I'm going to be filling sculptor mold into this area up to this wood. Okay, and then the road here will slope up to the driveway. And then I want to follow this contour out here. So I put some cardboard shims in here to indicate that I'm going to be using that as a level area to move my sculptor mold in there. So that's kind of what I'm planning to do there. So let me mix up my sculptor mold, and this is basically all I have left of the 3-pound bag that I bought. I'm hoping that it's going to be enough to fill that in. So let me mix some of this up, and I'll be back on video to show you how I'm doing it. Well, as you can tell, I've mixed some of this up to look like cottage cheese. I'm going to use a fork. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this in here to make it come up to the surface of the stuff that I put beside the track. And at the same time, I'm just going to use my hand to push the form up tight so it'll form the bank. Work pretty fast pace with it because the sculpting mold will set up and be too hard to work with. Like I said, I'm just gonna make it come up to the wood edge there and just try to level it with what I've done underneath this track. So I want it to look like this whole side's going uphill from your angle, downhill from my angle. As soon as I work it a little bit, I'll try to thin it down a little bit. So try to only make it even with that wood I have in there, because I'll be showing you what I'm going to be doing to build it up even with the side of the wood driveway or parking lot area that I put in there. So let's just push that down a little bit more. Let's come put some in here. This will blend in together and make it look like it's part of the area now. I'll be putting ground cover on that. I'm planning to put a chain link fence next to the track on this side, so keep the property separate so people don't accidentally drive over the tracks pulling out of the gas station, or if a tanker truck is bringing gas to this gas station, they can make sure that they're safety, you know what I'm saying? So they're not going to be hit by a oncoming train. Safety is key in the real life, so it should be key when you're doing a model layout as well. Looks like I mixed up enough to do this whole area that I wanted to do, so that's good. I knew I was going to need quite a bit because this is a lot of fill here. Again, make it even with the top part of your wood. I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with it here in a minute. Remember, whenever I do a unboxing surprise video, I show you in upcoming videos how I'm going to lay down the thing that I purchased. So in this case, it's treating the edge of the driveway area. I only got a little bit of time to work this stuff, then it starts to get hard and then it becomes hard to use it. So I'm trying to go kind of fast, but still trying to do a good job. Like I said, I'll come back and try to level some of this out. So now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to work this at an angle coming across here and bring it down as an angle to meet the bank over here on this side. Again, using my cardboard as a template to come across it. I want to work it down to the edge and bring it down to basically nothing off that track. So this is important to get this done, so when we start building the highway coming up here, we have an area to work it up with. I just have a little bit here. I'm going to fill it in the middle just because I don't have another place for this right now. And that's okay. I'll just keep the area where the hole is at clear. It just helps me to use up this stuff before it gets too hard. Makes sense, right? Alright, pretty much got my bowl cleaned out, so just going to work this down in here so it's level with the top of the wood. Good filler place for it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my driveway down onto this area here. Just going to cover the whole thing with wood glue. And then I'm going to set my driveway on it. Then it'll help me to level that stuff coming around it. And later on you'll see that I'll go in here and I'll put some more sculpting mold down so it comes even with the top part of this. Maybe that's what I should have did, but you get the idea, right? I'm going to push this down a little bit down here. And so now you can see what I'm doing. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to smooth to get the lines out of this, because we're going to have this road's going to come up into here. So let's put this down, smooth it down, so push this stuff back up into here so looks like it's all building up the terrain. Let me get this smooth. Like I said, I'm going to be putting ground cover on this, but we want it to be a little bit smoother than that rough texture in there. So now that we're sitting on here, we're pretty much straight. What I'm going to do is put some weight over the top of it. What I'm going to do is go ahead and pull the nails off of the side and get rid of my mold little bank that I have over here. And I'm going to try to work that so it's blending in over here as well. So I'm going to be putting in a side on this, a fascia. That'll help a great deal when I get ready to finish this out. Like I said, we're doing a lot of modeling. So modeling is a little bit different than maybe what real life is all about. Because on a train model, all you're doing is just displaying something, and the only thing that works is the train itself. Unless you put in special things to make your traffic work on the road and stuff like that. But we'll have some working lights, some lights on some cars, and that's pretty much it for the working formation of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to mix up a little bit more sculpt mold, and I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. What I've done is I mixed up just a little bit more. I want what I'm sculpting to be level with my driveway, so my parking lot. So I'm just going to put some on the edges and feather it down to nothing all the way around the layout. Fill in that gap between the parking lot and the track here. And as you can tell, it's doing a pretty good job of what I want it to do. I'm working on the very back edge. It's going to be seen, so I want it to be level as well. And it can slope down just a little bit coming around the back and this other side, but I want this to be level in here with the parking lot. As you can tell, it's becoming level with it. Just build a little bit up and slope it up to the bank, and then we can, when it starts to set up a little bit, we can slope that down towards that road there. Get the idea now, right? So this will be like green grass, you know, growing probably in a planter or something, or just dirt off of the edge of the track. But now the parking lot is level. That's what I'm trying to do here. And when I put a fascia around it, I can touch up this side a little bit as well. I know it's pretty close to the edge. All right, my friends, I ran out of stuff, so you get the idea. When you put the fascia on it, when I put the fascia on it, then I can mix up a little batch and put it in between those areas. I think that would make it look better. But I'm just trying to keep it off of the parking lot. So basically, when you put in a parking lot for concrete, you're going to go down into your base. You're going to dig an area out for it to set in. So that's basically what I'm trying to model here, is that there's a foundation underneath my building. I think that looks pretty good. As you know, I'll be getting in a road kit that has the surface stuff that will be for paving the road. I'll be sharing that in another video coming up pretty soon. So now it's pretty much even. So when I paint that Apache sun on there, this will all blend in. That's my dirt base color, as you can see there. So that's kind of what I wanted to achieve. So let me go wash my hands, and then I'll give you a little flyover view of what this looks like from the top down. Hold on. Here's the flyover that I promised. As you can tell, that is pretty much blended into the parking lot. I'll just fill that in when I get a fascia up here. The fascia will come up to that point right there. And as you can tell, it's pretty much filled in and level across there. And I'll work with this a little bit more as it sets up, but that's the look that I was after. And now it will be landscaped and finished out. It makes this side of the layout look a lot better, if you ask me. When it dries, I'm going to paint that the same color as the rest of that. So let's pan back a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm working on. As you can tell, I turned the gas station upside down so I could get that done. So I will be painting this parking lot here, concrete color. And thank you for watching. Check us out in the next video coming up soon.